In part 2 of Synagogues of Iowa, we take a look at 3 small towns, sort of out-of-the-way places. The first one is Mason City. If you know anything about the famous Broadway musical and movie, The Music Man, the fictional River City, Iowa, is really Mason City, where Meredith Willson grew up. It's a small town of less than 30,000 people, and it's had a synagogue since 1912. In its heyday in the 1940s, it boasted at least 80 family membership. Now they are lucky if 20 people show up to a service. At best, services are held a couple times a month. During the year, a Reform prayer book is used, but on the high holidays, a conservative one is. Oh, and by the way, the name of this congregation is Adas Israel. If the building looks more like a Methodist church, it's because the architect who designed it specialized in Methodist churches. One of the officers or machers from the Orthodox congregation in Des Moines, Iowa, acts as a quasi-spiritual leader for this congregation for the past 25 years. What also makes the situation unique is that several non-Jews attend the monthly services as well. They just happen to like it, along with the Jewish food. And now on to another outpost, Fort Dodge, Iowa. This was home to Bethel congregation. It now houses a church. It closed as a Jewish house of worship in 2000. It was built in the late 1940s. At that time, there were more than 45 Jewish families as members. A rabbi's parsonage was built alongside the shul, and through the years had at least 5 rabbis as spiritual leader. Anyone who was born in Fort Dodge would move out to another city when they became an adult. The last bar mitzvah held in this synagogue was in 1985. The congregation has endowed a small scholarship fund for those students who went to the local high school and then on to the local junior college. The congregation had been affiliated with the conservative movement. And now on to Fairfield. This building houses Congregation Beth Shalom, a Reform temple. And if you doubt it, just take a look at the close-up next to the door. The congregation is comprised of a very eclectic group. One member with extensive Hebrew school training is the unofficial lay leader. There is no permanent rabbi and instead rely on visiting clergy from various denominations. As you can see, as we move along the side of the building, its front view belies the actual depth and size of this structure. The congregation has claimed to have more than 150 families in their membership, although others peg it to more, around 70 families. Still, it is considered to have the largest rural synagogue in the state of Iowa. The synagogue even puts out a weekly newsletter. As mentioned earlier, this is a very eclectic group. Most members are also practitioners of transcendental meditation. As they see it, Judaism and TM are about connecting to your own inner self, and keeping kosher isn't a problem, as most members are vegans. Well, that about wraps up this edition of Synagogues of Iowa. Look for more coming soon. Bye for now.